sorry about that. What I want to talk about today is about what did you learn in 2020, and as when I'm coaching with Profit First, we I used to say before COVID-19, what if your area got hit by a terrorist attack? That was kind of my go to, because when we look at New York City in the year of 2001, how the whole city shut down, and that if you were, it just impacted your business, you had to figure out what you were going to do. And then it took about 3 months before people were able to like adjust and get up and running. So there's that 3 month period there that you look at in preparing and having 3 months of worth of operating expense, 3 months worth of savings for your personal life, whatever that else may be. And so now we look back in hindsight on 2020. What did it take if you had 3 months worth of operating expense saved aside and 3 months worth of savings in your personal life? Then you could have adjusted during that time. And the big word, obviously, we all know, was pivot. So, what if you don't have to worry about cash flow, which is what Profit First is all about? Then you give yourself time. You give yourself time, that 3 months, to say, what do I need to do in order to regain the revenue, eliminate all of the expenses that are going out, take care of my employees, whatever else. I want to pose this to you. I was in a conference, and the very successful business owner said, there is always going to be a crisis. There's always going to be a crisis in the business, whether it's a recession or a natural disaster. Now we can add a global pandemic. There's, I don't know. If it's the cartels that come in and take over or affect our the fuel, and so all of a sudden then you've got a crisis with interest rates or with gasoline or whatever it is. There's always going to be the next crisis that happens. So all of you business owners that are listening to this and are thinking through this, I want you to realize that you're going to want to think about what is the don't try to think what the next crisis is. What did you learn from 2020, and what are you going to do different, knowing there will be another crisis? I hope it's not as big, and I hope it doesn't affect people in their health and in their lives as far as their being alive, but it is going to affect your business. Whether it was a boom or whether it's going to crush you, and start planning now. And that's what Profit First does for you. It says, get 3 months set aside so that you can better make decisions going forward. I want you to think about all the pieces of 2020 that you are grateful for, what you learned. Make notes of that and think ahead for your business going forward. And use Profit First as your tool. Reach out to me at any time. We're here. Glad to have you as part of this group, and we'll see you next week.